Khabib, amazing reception for you yesterday at the press conference. What was that like? Did you enjoy, I guess, having so many fans in there supporting you?
Of course. Well, when a lot of people support you like this, of course you're gonna enjoy it like this. And you know, I expect this because before I come couple times here, I have seminar here, I have press conference here before, and a lot of people come too. And you know, and this show supposed to going to Seattle, but they moved from Seattle to Brooklyn because of me. And UFC know this story. It's for me is like, you know, amazing. A lot of people coming for support me, and I'm very happy about this.
I mean, like, you only knew you were going to be fighting Max Holloway on 6 days' notice. Have you been able to do anything in the last few days, I guess, just to refocus your training, maybe switching from Tony to Max?
Nothing changed. Nothing changed. Just change a little bit game plan. Just change a little bit game plan, and you know, and focus to Max, because I like 2 months, like 2-3 months ago, I fight almost like Max Holloway style guy. That's a Barboza. I know we change something. And he know what I'm gonna do when I go to the cage. I know what he's gonna do. You know, no secrets. And when cage goes, I'm gonna go keep forward.
What do the next 24 hours look like for you now? Like, you're sipping on water there, but when does the weight cut start to begin? And like when is it? I guess you really have to start watching what you're eating and drinking.
My weight is perfect. I need only one-time training. Tonight, before sleep, I'm gonna go to training and cut weight, sleep. And tomorrow night, weigh in, I'm gonna be first on the line.
What are you gonna eat after you've made weight? What's gonna be your go-to?
Maybe Coke or chips, Lay's, something like this, pizza. Of course, I'm gonna follow diet. Why you ask about these guys? Because like you have to follow diet before weigh in and after weigh in, before the fight too, because you cannot eat shit. And after fight, I'm gonna go home, because in US like very bad kitchen. At home, I'm gonna go to Dagestan. I'm gonna eat very good.
There are a lot of people who have thought that you've been the best lightweight in the world for a couple of years now. When did you sort of think, you know, yes, I am the best guy at 155?
Sign beginning fighting. If you don't believe you're the best, why you here? You have to sit home, relax, enjoy with your other stuff. If you believe you're the best, you have to believe. This is how you can become champ. Everything about mental. You cannot think about, oh, this guy can beat you, other guy can. Like, you know, you have to believe I can beat anybody in the world. And then you can become champ. Other way, I don't know other way.
What were your thoughts about Max Holloway taking the fight in short notice like this?
I think
Would you have done it?
Huh?
Would you have done it? Let's say.
Oh, I have big respect for him. You know, without him, I don't think I have a fight for the real belt. Without Max, like even they give me like Chiesa, Poirier, or like other guys like Alvarez. I don't think it's gonna be for real belt. With Max, it's gonna be big fight, and that's why they make for the real belt, because he already champion here, best win streak in UFC right now, 12 win streak, and he take this fight.
Can you?
Thank you, Max.
Can you just clarify, because not many people talk about it, what exactly did happen with Artem Lobov, and is there any regret that happened a few days before the fight?
I didn't understand the question.
What exactly happened with Artem? Like, can you clear up like what exactly happened from the video?
Oh, the argument yesterday.
With Artem Lobov?
Nothing.
Nothing. Do you regret that happened like before the fight and just taking attention away from some things?
Nothing happened, guys.
Okay.
What do you think it is about you that's made you so intriguing that so many people, you know, want to see your fights and want to, you know, want to be fans of yours?
Sorry about that.
Oh, no, what is it about you that you think people have gotten, like, people want to be your fan and people want to, you know, follow you and see your fights, and why are people so attracted to you as a fighter?
I don't know. For me, it's like, you know, amazing because I think, my opinion, I am not ready to be like very big star. Because number one for me is stay humble. You know, don't think about other stuff. If I'm gonna think about other stuff, oh, I'm like this, like this, like this, you can go crazy. You cannot think about this stuff. If you're gonna think, because this stuff can change your mind, like can change your schedule, how you're gonna training, everything. Like it's a lot of crazy stuff gonna come in your mind. That's why you have to stay humble, do your job, and that's it. You know, sometimes you have injured everything, like because professional athletes, nobody is perfect. Nobody. You can watch history, like MMA, boxing. Nobody professional athletes is perfect. Everybody make mistake, but champions, if you have some problem, you come back. You come back. This has made you champion. And you know, when you have problem, you give up. You never be champion. You know, like I talk about like when I have injuries, a lot of injuries. I don't talk about only injuries. I talk about surgery. You know, a lot of surgery, rehab, come back, surgery, rehab, come back. You know, like one time people beginning forget me because I have too many injuries. You know, 2 years I cannot fight. You know, three surgery in a row, 2 years rehabilitation. You know, but when you come back for hard way, it's about your mental too. You know, you same time you come back and same time you train your mental.
You said you fought guys like Max, but Brian Ortega was also offered the fight, and he mentioned the other day that his jiu-jitsu against your wrestling would have been an interesting style matchup. Do you agree with that assessment, or how do you think?
I agree. I think he's tough guy. I think he's tough guy. He's undefeated for reason. You know, he's #1 contender in the lightweight division right now, in the featherweight division right now, and I think he's tough guy. You know, you never know who have to fight. When you fight, you know who's best. You know, before I fight with Barboza, everybody talking about he have best wins, best takedown defense, and he have best striking game in the UFC right now, one of the best. And everybody think if I cannot take him down, he's gonna beat me. But I beat him in stand-up. You know, you never know what's gonna happen inside the cage, because like inside the gym it's different. Like when you go to the cage, it's different a little bit.
As a Russian athlete, there a lot of news about Russia in sort of North America these days is very negative. Do you feel sort of an obligation to show American and North American audiences another side of Russia and show the positive?
Negative about what?
Just about Russia in general. A lot of the news in North America has been sort of negative, and you sort of represent the country differently. I mean, do you feel?
I don't feel nothing. Okay? I'm not politics. I'm not politics. You know, I'm professional athlete. I don't understand what you're talking about, but I don't feel nothing. Okay? I feel like what time?
What time? 12, 10.
I feel like I have 20 hours before weigh-in. Now I have to go home, sleep, and tonight I have to cut my last couple pounds, and that's it. Why I have to think about other stuff, like crazy stuff around the world every minute, you know? Why I need to think about this?
You mentioned you're going to go back to Russia. You mentioned you're going to go back to Russia after this fight. If you bring the belt back to Russia, like, what do you think the scenes are going to be like? Are there going to be parades for you? Like, what should we kind of expect?
When I go back, inshallah, with belt, I'm gonna make 1 month off. I wanna little bit relax because I'm inside the training camp since September. Because September I come back, December I fight, January I'm a little bit relaxed, February, March, April now, you know. And after I wanna make like big tour in Russia and show for young generations and talk with young generation, you know, like how you can become champion and show UFC belt, you know. I think it's gonna be very interesting for young generation to watch this belt.
Hey Khabib, the UFC has been plagued with injuries. You see what happened with Max Holloway and what happened with your career. What can you do to, let's say, keep you from being injured so much? I mean, what can you do in training? Have you learned something that maybe can keep you from being injured and being out of fights?
You know, like sometimes when you have injured, like a lot of people like rush to come back. They want to come back. They want to come back. But number one, you have to take your time. Don't rush. Make very good rehab, and stay relaxed. You know, don't rush about this, because God have plan. That's why you have injured. Now you have to finish this test. You know, like stay focused, but don't rush.
You said yesterday you do want Madison Square Garden in New York, so that's probably November. Is that's sort of when you're targeting?
Yeah, I want to come back in November, because Madison Square Garden is famous arena in the world, and a lot of legends fighting there. I already fight there too. You know, I like Madison Square Garden, and I want to come back to New York. Madison Square Garden.
Это именно ваше желание, Хабиб,
Да,
вернуться
это
в Нью-Йорк,
только,
да?
да.
И вы его высказали.
Да, это только мое желание, потому что Madison Square Garden дали столько легенд, начиная с Мухаммеда или Тайсона, там можно продолжать. И время тоже для меня подходящее, и этот турнир будет очень большим. UFC всегда приходит в Madison Square Garden очень большим турниром, 2-3 пояса разыгрывают. Так что я хочу этот турнир.
А Лига как отреагировала? Уже есть какая-то реакция Лиги? Я сказал, да, Хабиб, конечно, мы постараемся, или еще пока нет новостей?
Пока нету никаких, какие новости могут быть. Мне надо подраться, подождать чуть-чуть, время пройдет. Но я думаю, что они меня поддержат.
If you're not able, let's say in November, to get Ferguson, who would you like to face next? I mean, I know Conor's been, you know, saying that he's going to come back. Is that a fight you would like here in New York, MSG?
If George St. Pierre is no comeback, if Tony Ferguson no comeback, of course I have to fight with Conor. You know, but if Tony is still injured, St. Pierre didn't come to 155, we have to fight.
You think you could get George to make
155?
that? Yeah.
This is what he's talking about. I'm not talking about 150, because I hear he talking about, hey, I can make 155. I want to fight in 155.
He was a guy you looked up to, you know, coming.
When I grew up, I watch his fights. You know, like he's true legend, inside the cage, outside the cage, and he's best athlete who ever competed in UFC.
Is that the fight you would like the most?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think when I talked with my father said this is his dream fight. It's me versus George St. Pierre.
If he came down to two lightweight, George St. Pierre, do you think he deserves a fight with you without any other lightweight fights?
Well, I think whatever he wants when you come back to UFC, he deserves this. He is already legend, middleweight, welterweight champion. If he come to 155, why not? Me versus GSP.
Когда последний раз созванивался с отцом,